If you're planning to visit Paris during the Olympics, one thing that might be making you turn the internet upside down is all the buzz around the Pass Jeux or the QR code that will be needed to access some parts of the city. While it's a bit confusing, I've done a lot of research from official sources and I've put together this video to help you know if you need one, and if so, how do you get it? If you're new here, hi, I'm Esther from dreamsinparis.com and I share practical tips to help you plan your trip to Paris with ease. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so to never miss any new videos from me. So, do you really need a Pass Jeux for the Paris 2024 Olympics? The first thing you need to know is that you only need a Pass Jeux if you're visiting Paris between the 18th and 25th of July until 1 p.m. and only if you want to access restricted areas in grey. After 1 p.m., access to these grey areas will be reserved exclusively for spectators with an Olympic ticket or people with an exemption. So basically, if you won't be in Paris during those dates, you don't need the Pass Jeux. Also, you could be in Paris during those days, but if you don't plan to visit areas in grey, you won't need to apply for one. Actually, there are other color-coded restrictions like red and blue, but as a pedestrian, the only one that concerns you is the grey zone. It will be very complicated to figure out which roads are closed and if you need a pass, so I definitely don't recommend driving at all. And if you're wondering, areas in grey include those around the Seine and its famous bridges like Pont de la Mare, Pont d'Iéna, Pont Alexandre III, Pont des Arts, Pont au Charge, and Pont Neuf. Basically, all the bridges from Pont des Starettes to Pont d'Iéna and the entire Ile de la Cité island are in the grey zone. However, some famous attractions around the Seine like the Louvre, the Orsay Museum, and the Eiffel Tower won't require a QR code. Just having an online entry ticket will be enough. And if you're still not sure if the area you want to access is in the grey zone, then I recommend checking out this map. Simply enter the address and the time you want to access it, and it will show you if it will be affected. I'll leave the link in the description below. One thing you should also note that if you're traveling with kids, anyone above 13 years will need their own pass. So now let's look at how to get the Pass Jeux. To get this pass, just go to the Pass Jeux website and click Request a Pass. Select I would like to apply for a pass for the grey zone for the opening ceremony. Then select I would like to make a request for a person and choose your situation. As a tourist, select Visitors and you'll see the available options. Then select the appropriate option depending on why you need to go to that particular area. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to assume you want to visit the Orangerie Museum, which requires having a QR code. So in this section, you'll select Reservation within perimeter. This is also the same for a reservation to a restaurant and other services. Choose the number of passes you need, scroll down and click Next. On the next page, fill in your details and upload your proof of reservation to the said museum or restaurant, and upload your ID card as well. And after filling in the forms, your request will be reviewed and you'll get a response in a few days. It can even take up to a week, so make sure you request one as soon as possible. So what happens if you don't get the QR code in time for your visit? Now, before I address this, I should give you a disclaimer that this is just my opinion and not any official information. So if it were me and I didn't get a QR code just in time, I would go to the perimeter with proof of my reservation and something that shows that I actually applied for the QR code. This could be a screenshot of some sort, and then try to explain to the security. What if you applied and they said no? If I applied for the QR code and they replied saying that I don't need one, I would still show up to the perimeter. I would present all my reservations plus the refusal email and ask the security the way forward, because in some cases they might look at situations case by case. Just remember to carry all the necessary documentations and your ID to make it easier for you and the people in charge of security. And that's it, guys. I hope this video helped you figure out everything you need to know about the Pass Jeux. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below and I'll answer them. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more practical tips about visiting Paris. Also, like this video and share it with someone who might need it. See you next time. Bye bye.